Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things. I have my 4th of July cards I want to pass by you guys to help give you some inspiration if you would like to make some 4th of July cards. It is, of course, using a set that I have been waiting for Stampin' Up! To have for years. It is called Light the Sky. It is absolutely going to be in my permanent collection. Oh, Hub just arrived, so I'm going to pause really quick. All right, Hub is settled. So today, again, is 4th of July cards. I'm putting together a bunch of them. I've done a couple of different designs. These are my colors I'm using on the one. And then I am using Misty Moonlight on this particular one. Misty Moonlight and Cherry Cobbler is the other two color combos. So I already talked about the very special firework stamp set that has come out this year with a set of matching dies called Light the Sky. And so the couple of them are finished. Yeah, so I think there's 3 designs. Okay, so here's the first one. And what it uses is the Light the Sky, Let's Celebrate. I have white heat embossed. The fireworks are white heat embossed. Then I have the big die cut. And then I used some stencils. Any stencils that you may have that have just a little pattern on them would be great. I used the crochet new embossing folder. Let me look up its actual name. I just got it. Cute Crochet is the real red mat behind. I am using for my fancy bows, I have split, this is current, it is called striped trim and it's iridescent, and I've cut it in half. I used some red trim from the holiday season left over and I cut it in half. And then I have 3 strands of Hobby Lobby metallic wrapped baker's twine. If you own the Essentials baker's twines that Stampin' Up! Has, you can use those. And then another thing you could do if you had those but you wanted to get some metallic is you can go to like Hobby Lobby or Joann's and buy their polyester thread. They have a range of metallics as well as just a range of all the different colors, but they have a sheen to them. So that is another way that you can build this look of a bow using some Stampin' Up! Products, because they don't have these exact products available right now. I used water droplets. I used gold shimmer watercolor paint. So if I were to kind of go at an angle, you will see the glitter behind. That is a gold glimmer, and that is current. I have also used silver, which is not current, but I have a bunch in my stash. So you can use whatever glitters will work for you. I would even think if you didn't have any glitter paper and you popped and had white behind, because I did the white heat embossing, I think white would look really well also. In fact, let's see if one of mine, I have these all in a various states of being finished, and I will show you one that I have with the white behind. Okay, so I didn't do any crinkling. I didn't do any edge treatment. I just kept this one pretty basic. So for the embellishing, I have some sequin stars that I've had for years. These are not a Stampin' Up! Product. Stampin' Up! Also has some heart embellishments that have been current over the years. I have all of those, but I really wanted red, white, and blue, the traditional colors. So these are a selection of them. I am using the rhinestone adhesive backed crystals or gems from Stampin' Up! And then I'm using the iridescent pearls from Stampin' Up! So that is this first one. I'll get photography of all these. The second design it's more of a clean and simple design. I did a variety of them. This one is white on white. It uses silver glimmer. I used the Cherry Cobbler and Misty Moonlight. This is the a la mode alphabet letters on the shaped, I gotta get the name. Don't have the name. I've had this. This is an older set. I've had it for a long time, a set of dies. Looking for it now for the appropriate name. This is what happens when you have too many supplies. Stylish Shapes. So, Stylish Shapes dies. Has a variety of fishtails, and this is one of the bigger pieces, and it fits the a la mode letters perfectly. I used silver heat embossing, the same sequins, pearls, and rhinestones that I used on the others. And I have popped up with dimensionals the top layer so that the glitter is actually away from the die cut to give it more depth. So there's that one. I then did another version of that with the dropout letters I popped back in. This style is a piece of white behind. I did not put the white letters back in. I was experimenting with the different treatments, so these are the letters that I have left over from popping out. I was going to go ahead and I put these in, but I did not see a reason to do so. So this is, oh, and now I gotta get it out. So this is just having the letters popped out and putting a piece of cut down white behind. Gives it a little bit of a different look. And then the third one is not quite finished yet, and this is using crumb cake, and here is basic beige, and I will show you what this looks like with a piece of white behind it, because if you didn't have any glimmer or you just wanted something even more simple, you can pop up this whole layer. You don't even have to pop it up. You will still get a nice treatment if you have the white directly behind, though I would in this case to keep it either close to the white or equally above the white, I would be using spots of glue. Use your mono glue in between each layer, and since that's a bunch of work instead, I just use my dimensionals, and here's a bunch of dimensionals applied to the back of one of my other designs. These two use the embossing folder that's the basics embossing folder with the cross hatching. It's a set of 3 called the basics. Okay, so then I have another style that I came up with. I'm going to go ahead and put the silver behind. It could be silver or gold. So this uses the queen bee. I thought it would just be fun to make some a little bit different. So I have a couple of queen bee. This one I went ahead and edged heavy black. This one I did not edge in black. I instead tore the edges. Both of them use another shabby embossing folder. Let me look up what that is called. You would think someday that I would remember to write all these things down. This embossing folder is Distressed Tile. I also, on the Distressed Tile, I took my white Stampin' Spot and I turned it over. Before I did the bee, I rubbed this all over so that you see a little bit more of the texture of the Distressed Tile. Here I also did white first, then I put the bee on, and then I embossed, or I sponged the edges in black. So this one is popped up. This one's popped up. I want to put white underneath it. So even this one, because I used the white heat embossing, you do not need the metallic, I don't think. And see, I've already put on the larger iridescent pearls. Then I remembered from the holiday season, if you've watched my videos, that I always do an extensive Christmas holiday card series. It was called Winter is Coming Wednesday, and I have not done it the last couple of years till we get closer to the holidays. But I made a whole bunch of bows, and these are using non-Stampin' Up products. They're using the metallic baker's twine, Dollar Tree baker's twine, that's the blue and the white and the red and the white, and then this thread is that polyester thread. I get mine from Hobby Lobby. And then there's this tinsel, roll of tinsel that actually my girlfriend sent to me years ago, and I don't know where she gets it, probably Hobby Lobby or Joann's, but she's had it for a long time. And so those are some bows. I've got like 7 of those left that I can use. And here is what it looks like with, this paper is all crinkled. I crumpled it up 2 or 3 times and then spread it out. And so when it is applied, it already has the dimensionals. So it is going to have a ripply look, and I am okay with that. And so here's what it will look something like. And then I have extra Let's Celebrates. This one and these 2 bees will probably get black, and I may add a strip of blueberry bushel or real red to coordinate with the bows. And then the final one is a little bit different treatment. And let's see if I've even trimmed it down. This one has more of a treatment to it to get those colors are very dark because I used a different watercolor type product that Stampin' Up does not have to get this very deep. And then I splattered with watercolor paint, an iridescent one, and I also splattered with some white because I see some iridescent and some white. And right here in the middle I had a little problem I was splattering with my brush, and the brush that I like to splatter with is not over here. So I can't show you. It's like a medium-sized regular brush. I don't use an aqua painter for the splattering. And I do put it in a cardboard box to keep the splattering from going everywhere. So along here, I accidentally, when I was splattering, brushed with the brush this, I guess it's a pearlescent type of a watercolor. So I went ahead and did some lines to make it look somewhat like an aurora borealis. And I did extra black treatment to it. I've torn, I don't know if you've ever tried this, but you can take, this is basic white, and you can split it down the middle, and that's what I did here, is I split it down the middle, and I didn't really want it to be pure white, so I went ahead and sponged on some real red. And then I knew by the time I'm ready to put the layers all together that Let's Celebrate would be between those 2 pearly nebulous looking watercolor areas. And I did, if you notice that the white of these 3 is a little bit muted, it is because I have added the treatment of the watercolor washes to get this extra dark color, where this is just sponged using blueberry bushel and real red. This is an extra layer of a non-Stampin' Up watercolor wash that I color matched as close as I could to blueberry bushel and real red. And so you can see quite a bit of color through the white heat embossing, and I am totally okay with that. And this also uses the distressed tile. So I think I have captured all of my designs. I'm trying to get these finished up and get them shipped out. I was supposed to do it yesterday, so today I will be trying to get these finished up. So I hope I have caught you guys early enough. Oh, I'm not done. So in addition to this bee, I also, and this is from Queen Bee, I used the text and dotted stamp here, and I see that I chose to use blueberry bushel, where on this one I used black. And not only that, I did this upside down. It is supposed to be with the wide tail is on the bottom if you do own this set and you can't figure out. The very first thing I did here with these blacks is I did it upside down. It is also, I'm using Stays On here. It's not, tuxedo black, and it is not heat embossed, but the bee in both images are heat embossed. So basically I threw everything in the kitchen sink at these backgrounds to make them as fancy and elaborate as possible, and then I tried to vary what I did to make them interesting and explore, because I love making sort of the multimedia-ish type card front style cards. And now I think that is it. So I will toss the supplies used up on my blog. I'll have a link to my blog. And if you have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and post that on the video, and I will happily respond. Do all of the YouTube things, in fact, like share and consider subscribing. And I get to work on my paper pumpkin next, so that will be coming up real soon. We'll see you then.